So in this video, we're going to have a look at how we work with the Content Management System's navigation module. And this is going to enable you to work with the navigation bar that you can see up at the top of this website here. So essentially, we're going to look at how we create new links, or how links are created when we create a new page. We're going to look at how we modify the order of our navigation bar, so how we change the order of those links at the top. We'll look at how we create drop-down menus in our navigation bar, as well as creating custom links in our navigation bar to specific pages or products. So the first thing when you're modifying any content using the content management system is to make sure you've got your website open in one tab or one window in your browser and your content management system open in another. And if you're working on a PC, you can use the Control and T shortcut to open a new tab, or if you're on a Mac, you can use Command and T to open up a new tab. So we're now going to log into the content management system. We'll type in our username and our password and then click sign in. And what you'll see when you first log into the content management system are buttons for all the modules you can work with in the content management system. And here we're going to jump into the navigation module. So once we're in the navigation module, the first thing that we'll look at is how we reorganize and then also hide certain navigation items. So for each new page that you create, it will be listed in your navigation that appears at the top bar of your website. And sometimes you may not want that item to be listed here. You might want it to be in a drop-down menu, or you might want to hide it altogether because it's linked to somewhere else on your homepage. So we'll come back here and we'll look firstly at how we shuffle our navigation items. So the first thing we'll do is come down a little bit and we'll grab the link services, and we can click on this icon with 4 arrows on the left hand side and drag that up. So that's the first way in which you can reshuffle your navigation. So we can reorganize things. We might want the About Us to be below the More section, and in order to apply those changes we need to click the Publish button on the bottom right here. So if we click Publish, it will save those changes, and if we jump back to our demo site, we're going to go to View and reload this page. You can see the shortcut here on the Mac is Command and R, on the PC it will be Control and R. And you can see now we've moved the About Us across to the right hand side here, and we've moved our services right next to Home. We can also add items to a drop-down, which is part of reshuffling your navigation this way, almost just like a deck of cards. So if we look at the Our Team section, we might want to simplify that top navigation bar a little further and nest that within the About Us section. Now you can see when we bring our team below About Us, it will then just reshuffle it so it changes the order at the top. But if we drag it a little bit across the right hand side there, it's actually going to nest that within the About Us section. So again, once you've made a change, click the Publish button at the bottom right, jump back to your site, and we've got the refresh button here, or we can use the shortcuts. And you can see now that we have Home, Services, Photos, Blog, More, where we had the drop-down menu already. And then in the About Us section, we also have a drop-down menu as well. So let's jump back to our navigation section here. And one thing to say that's important is that when you create the drop-down menu, it's only the items in that drop-down menu that will be clickable. So we had a link to About Us before, but now that we've put Our Team in the drop-down menu, you can see here, when we click on About Us, it only shows the drop-down menu. So when we nest items within a list here, we do lose that list item at the top. It becomes part of our drop-down menu. So I'm going to pull the Our Team section out of the About Us section, and you can see that under the More link here, the link that's been created is just a link to a URL, and we just have the hashtag or the number symbol in there. So if we wanted to create a section for a drop-down menu here, we would add a new link. We'll type in info and hit the green checkbox at the right there to add our new link, and then in here under our link you can see we have a URL link, and it's just to a hashtag. So when we hover over it, it's not going to link to any page, but we can use it to contain those sub-menu items. So if we scroll down a little, we can drag the info down, and what we'll do is we'll drop in About Us and Our Team and Contact into the info section here and press Publish, and then jump to our demo site, press refresh, and now you'll see we're drastically simplifying our menu at the top here. So if we come across the info here, we can find About Us, Our Team and Contact. We've got more information here which maybe should be to the right of info, but we can keep shuffling things around as we want. So there's a couple of ways we still need to look at to add links. So one is to create a link to a custom page, and we'll also look at what happens when you create a new page and how that link appears automatically. So we'll scroll down here and we're going to find the custom page that we're going to link to. You can see we've got some featured services here. So I'm going to select one of these, and what we want to do here is make a note of the title of this page and then come up to the address bar here and copy the URL or the web address of that page, and we'll jump to edit and copy, or you can use your Control and C or Command and C shortcuts to do that. And then we'll come back to our content management system, and in here now we'll add a new link and we'll call this Deal of the Month. Press the little checkbox to the right there, and now we can come to the link option here. So we can click the link. We've got the option URL there, and you can see we've got the option for URL, but we've also got the option for pages on our website, to link to the blog, and any other modules that you've installed on your site. So we're going to stick with URL, and here we will go to edit and paste, or Control V or Command and V to paste in. And now if you're linking to an external site, you might want it to open in a new window, and what that will do is create a new window so you're not directing people away from your website. So we've used a link in our navigation bar to a page in our website, so we're going to keep it in the same window. But if you're linking to an external site, you might want to have it open up a new window so you don't send people immediately away from your website at that particular click of the button. We'll press the green checkbox here, and we'll put this just after services. So we'll shuffle that down, scroll down to the bottom and press publish. So now if we come back to our website, we'll jump back to the home page and we'll see Deal of the Month is listed there in our navigation. If we click on it, we'll come to that page that we linked to, where we can have the information about that deal. Now this can be any kind of page on your website, so wherever you can copy that web address at the top, you can link to any page that you want. So now if we come back to the navigation module, and for instance we might not have a Deal of the Month this month, so we don't want to highlight something we don't have, so we'll come to the little ghost button on the right here, and this is how we can show and hide different links. So we're going to hide Deal of the Month just by clicking that once, and you can see it's now hidden, it's grayed out. And then if we click on the blog option here, that will grey out as well. So we've hidden a couple of those links at the top of our page, and we'll now come down and press publish, come back to our site, hit the link to the home page, and what we've done is there we've hidden the links to those pages. They've not been deleted, they've not been turned off, and we could still link to those pages in other sections of our website or on other pages, but we've just hidden them from this main navigation bar. That's all we're doing at the moment. So now we have home, services, photos, we're missing the blog and the Deal of the Month, and in order to turn one of those items back on, you might have a seasonal Deal of the Month or something that only needs to be on for a particular period of time, we can press the show or hide option, and that will now allow us, once we've pressed publish down here at the bottom, allow us to turn that page back on. So it's also useful if you're preparing content and you don't want to link it to the home page immediately. You can create a page, hide it in the navigation bar, and then people won't instantly find it when they come to your website. So we've got Deal of the Month back on. Now if we come back to our content management system, we're going to look at what happens when we create a new page. So if we come to content here, we'll come to pages, and you can see we've got the option to add a page, but we're going to click on the pages button, which will take us to the main page module. And you can see in here we've got the About Us section and the footer text, and we're going to add a new page in here. So if we click add, we'll add a new page, and this is what's going to appear in our navigation tab title, and we'll call this brand new. We'll scroll down, and I've got some placeholder text copied here. I'm just going to paste that in just so that we have some content in that page when we click and navigate to it. So we've added a new page. This is what's going to appear in the navigation tab title. So up here at the top of the page, this is what's going to appear in the main heading of the page. So we could have a slightly longer title, and then we have text and images. And if you want to know more about how to create a page, then look at the video for the pages module. So we'll scroll down here and we'll press publish. See we've got our new page here, and we'll come back to demo, press the link for our home page or refresh, and you can see now we've got the link to that new page. Now it appears immediately at the top of the navigation section. So again, we can come back to our content button, back to our navigation, and we can drag that down here and publish this modified navigation bar. Come back to the demo page, press refresh, and now you can see we've created a new page. We've put it into the location in our navigation that we want to, and if we click on it, it's going to take us to that new page that we created. So we'll come back to the home page here. So that's where we'll finish this video on the navigation module, and take a look at the other videos that will teach you how to create content and manage content on your website.